Hello everybody, this is WarStory video blog. I'm Alex and here we are in Europe and here is Helmut Weitze. Hello Helmut.
Hello collectors.
We are here and I want to film interview with Helmut and about his items here and about some new stuff that you've got like yesterday.
Yeah, that is true.
Something stunning here. So let's get it started. Can you tell us about this sword? It's a very interesting story.
Yes, today is a teaching lesson for our Imperial collectors. I just got the offer of this sword. If you look at it, it is a light hussar officer's sword, Prussian, about 1900 period. The scabbard has been repainted and it has a very nice blade with a dedication, killing Haarhausen, ihrem lieben Mitter. So it was a presentation sword from two officers, one named Killing, one Haarhausen, and the recipient was Mr. Mitter. And when you turn it around, you see the years, crown initial King William II, 1895, 1896, crossed cannon bars, Prussian eagle, spike helmet, that is it. Now, this is not original. Why is it not original? The sword is original, unquestionable. The blade is also original, also unquestionable, but the sword itself, as I said, is cavalry Life Guard Hussars from Danzig. On the back side, you have the initials of the officer, DO or OD, and the sword was given to somebody whose name was Mitter. First we were wondering, how is it possible that the initials don't match with the name on the blade? Then we had a closer look, and you see crossed cannon bars, an artillery helmet, and crossed swords. So what do we have? It is a blade from an artillery sword mounted in a Life Guard Hussar officers to make it look much nicer. So that means it's a complete manipulation. If you look at the top where the blade was mounted into the lion head, you see it is a very good workmanship. At the end of the day, my lesson gives you the report. Always look twice. An original blade and an original grip doesn't mean that the piece is original.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And if this lesson was helpful for you, don't hesitate, leave a comment below the video.
There are not only fakes for Third Reich weapons, forgery is everywhere. Look at the silver cord, it is only one. Normally these pieces should have at least 3 ropes parallel, and the gap for it is big enough to cover 3 ropes instead of 1. The scabbard is repainted, that's not the issue. It happens with many of them, but putting together an original grip with the original blade to make it interesting.
And another incredible and one-of-a-kind piece, could you show it?
Yes, of course. This time I'll show you something not only for Third Reich collectors, also for Mercedes-Benz collectors. I know the piece already for easily 30 years. The first time that I have the piece in my hand. It is a presentation piece from Mercedes-Benz to the Lord Mayor of the city of Stuttgart. For all the ones who are not familiar with Mercedes-Benz, Stuttgart is the city where Mercedes has its factory. So that was a very, very important present made by a Stuttgart silversmith or jeweler. What is very nice, the decorations here on the front and on the back are amber, in German Bernstein. Since we're in Germany, I can't show you the details. You see the blue spots behind them are swastikas, but put in amber, like you normally see it just in furnitures. And on the top, I lay it down, you see the eagle with the initials KS. Many of you might ask themselves, who was KS? It was the Lord Mayor of the city of Stuttgart, Dr. Karl Strölin. So K. Karl Strölin. It was a present from Mercedes-Benz to him for his 50th birthday, as it says, and signed by Verlin. He was the CEO of Mercedes-Benz and an SS honorary general, and he was the personal deliverer of all Mercedeses for the Führer. So something very, very important, one of a kind. You see the parchment quality, given in 1940, still highest quality which was possible.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
that came yesterday.
And how much it's going to be if it's not a secret?
It is not a secret case, no. This one will be 38,000.
That's impressive. And there is a stamp on the back side.
On the back side, yes. This is the silversmith in Stuttgart, very well known. He also did other pieces of art during the Third Reich. And of course, he was also working before and after. And it's pretty heavy. It's easily some 10 kilos.
10 kilos of solid silver, right?
Solid silver, yes.
Yeah. And also yesterday you showed us one piece from your uniform set.
So,
with documents and with everything, like a tanker guy.
yeah. Normally, when it comes to uniforms, only the fewest are with provenance or with name. This one is an exception. That was found not too long ago in Thuringia. It is a Feldwebel Panzerregiment Großdeutschland, typical EM-style issued piece. It is not only the Panzer wrapper and his medals, it is also his Panzer overseas cap and his Panzer trousers, which are inside. But the most magnificent part is his Wehrpass. You know, since we're in Germany, we're covering the swastikas a little bit, which is a must here. And in this Wehrpass, which was issued in 1939, that is the young man. It is accompanying his full, complete life. He survived the war, luckily, but he was highly decorated. You see here 1942 tank badge in silver, 1942 EK second class, the Eastern Front Medal in 1942, 1943 already in the Division Großdeutschland, the Iron Cross first class. Then in 1944, the tank assault badge second grade for 25 missions and the wounded badge in black. And last but not least, April 29th, 1945, tank assault badge third grade for 50 missions. For all of you who are out there and can't imagine, that means 50 assaults and having survived 50 assaults. At each battle, your chance was 1 to 1 to survive it. That makes it so unique. And in here you have all the battles, some names that you hear in the news every day. He was fighting in Kharkov, 1942, in Kursk, at the Dnieper. In the end, 1944, he was still fighting in Russia. Then his unit was sent to the west. And here you see Neuaufstellung in East Prussia, reorganization in East Prussia, and then he was sent to the Battle of Bulge. You see he was fighting in Bastogne. And then in the end, the last fights in February 45 until May in the west of Germany against most likely the American forces. So this is absolutely unique. I don't know how many Panzer uniforms I had in my life, but a named one like this, I would say absolutely unique. Maybe it was the second which was that complete and from an elite division that I ever had the honor to own it.
And it's very interesting also because some collectors want to collect and buy items that related with their like neighborhood or with their like heritage, like
Yes,
family.
yes.
And we can see that it has been touched Bastogne, which is like American collectors, and also Soviet collectors.
Yeah.
Like
It is true, yes. And
ex-Soviet countries.
his name was Neubauer, so Feldwebel Neubauer is really something absolutely gorgeous, and it'll be a highlight on our homepage within the next couple of weeks whenever we have the time to describe it. Maybe it even doesn't survive and will be sold before.
And how much is that?
The group is 30,000.
And if you just split it by pieces?
This is really difficult, you know, just as an imagination. An overseas cap like this is about 2,500, so it's about a tenth. A Panzer trousers is around about 2,000. A Großdeutschland Panzer wrapper, unnamed from, you know, an unknown person, would be somewhere around 15,000. The tank assault badge, 50 would be 4,500. The soul book, another, 2,000 or so. But it is not the addition of the individual items. It is the fact that this is a unique group that never comes around.
That's very interesting. That is why I'm asking. I just want to explain to our subscribers.
Why is it so expensive?
Yes. Thanks for showing. That's very impressive. So
Yes, you're
thank you very
welcome.
much. And could you show some of your like other cool items that you have here?
We have a couple of combat uniforms hanging over there. The stripped one, this is typical for Germany. Many uniforms turn up like this. It's impressive that the Eagles still left. Normally they remove everything after the war. Then we have an NCO artillery model 1944. This is a model 1943.
But this one is artillery, like
Can be also assault gun or heavy
Assault gun.
artillery. You know? This is a piece that I could purchase yesterday. It is a Chaplain visor hat, army, made in Regensburg here in Bavaria. And what makes it so special is I have owned this before.
Oh.
The customer came to me and said, Mr. Weitze, I bought this hat from you in 2001 and I still have your original catalog and the original price tag, which is laying somewhere there. The article number was 1200 and today we are at 477,000 as a running number. So it was really fun to see my old handwriting from 25 years ago.
Yeah, that's cool.
In 2001, we have sold it at the time for 3,700 Deutschmarks. He just gave that in trade to us. He's now collecting Waffenmessers and he gave it in trade to us. And now it is 4,500. So for all the collectors who don't know, is it a good investment or not? The answer is yes.
Exactly.
So a performance from 3,700 Deutschmarks, which is a little bit under 2,000 euros today, to today's value of 4,500. So wherever you have a discussion with your wife or your girlfriend, you're wasting your money for military. No, it's a smart and serious investment.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting and very important to show it to our viewers.
Maybe today we show you a little bit more in blades. This is also something you don't see every day. It is a hunting cutlass, obviously. This is fire gilt, highest quality. And when you look at the crown and the initials T and T, Tango Tango, you might ask yourself, oh, what king was that? It was not a king, it was a duke. Thurn and Taxis, a Bavarian duke. He was the first one who got the right for postage. He had the first post service in Bavaria and was extremely wealthy. The family is still existing. That piece actually came from South Africa 2 weeks ago. So it was most likely a present. It was the Duke's own hunting cutlass in pristine quality. Look at the blade. Is that quality or not? Absolutely gorgeous. So I would say that piece was made around 1840s, and it's back since 2 weeks back in Germany. Not even on the homepage yet, but for sure also worth to get an extra front cover photograph.
How many items per week do you post usually?
It depends on how much time we have. So normally we try to have some 2,000 to 3,000 pieces every week. But a week like today, it's not possible since we're on the road already since Wednesday. This collector is a piece that we've just purchased at the beginning of the show. Very nice. What is it? A Water Customs. And you see here the proof mark by Hörster. And it's unquestionable, most likely a specimen for a showroom or something. Also with the matching, the hangers are magnificent. The fittings are aluminum gilt and the condition is outstanding.
Oh yeah.
Water Customs is one of the rarest daggers of the Third Reich. Why? Because most of the custom officers were NCOs and not in officer rank. We always say custom officers, but when it comes to the actual rank, most of them are NCOs, non-commissioned officers. Still today, most of them have green stars and not silver stars. And that makes it so rare. And Water Customs, you only had in the major harbors, in Hamburg, of course, in Kiel, Wilhelmshaven, Danzig, and that is mainly it, because there were no more water borders. And you can say that one officer was in relationship to 40 or 30 NCOs. So in reality, a Water Custom dagger is extremely rare. And in that quality, it's exceptional.
And difference between Water Customs and Land Customs?
The Land Custom dagger has silver fittings and it is green. And the Navy, the Water Custom officers were wearing naval-like uniforms. So the dagger is a navy blue with gilt metal fittings.
That's incredible. Actually, really nice dagger. I should see it closer also, because I didn't have time. I checked all your SS daggers and I bought a couple of them.
Oh, that's
actually.
nice.
Yes, I was lucky.
Thank you for shopping.
So thank you for your time to make this interview. I always happy to film something because every interview in few years it's gonna be like unique document of what kind of items we have at the market. So I think, guys, you're gonna appreciate it in few years. And thank you for your time.
Always a pleasure to work with you. And when you see the hall here in the background, it is already more or less empty. We're at the end of the show, but it was a very busy event, and the next one will be in spring next year.
Thank you guys for watching this video until the end. Don't hesitate, leave comments under the video. And in a couple of weeks, I gotta be in Hamburg and let's film something else.
For sure, new surprises will be waiting for you.
Thank you. Thank you and
Take care.
safe trip home.
And thank you very much.
Thank you guys.